Good morning, my friends. Today is Friday, May 14th. This is Stephen Wynn with the Healing the Heart of America course, being taught through the I Am Heart meditation studio. A really brilliant concept. I really like this. And today, this past week, we've been working with the healing power of the elements. Today we'll finish, I should say. We'll finish with the ether element, Akasha, or space, which is sort of a different quality of element. It's the element that the other four well-known elements sort of exist and have their functioning within. Space holds earth, water, fire, and air. I know I made the analogy a few days ago about it's like four fingers of the four elements, and the thumb is the ether element, the space element, Akasha. So it's a different quality, and I'll probably say this a couple times today. This great Sufi master, Hazrat Khan, who brought universal Sufism to the world, really. He's the first one who stripped Sufism of its Islamic trappings. And he would say, well, he did say, that the essence of spirituality is to etherealize the body, to add this element of spaciousness to every part, every cell within our bodies, within our hearts, within our minds. The more we create this vastness within, that's what spirituality is, according to Hazrat Khan. So with that, let's just sit up straight, put our feet flat on the floor, and let's just begin our meditation by putting our hands, first get your posture aligned, all that sort of thing, whatever you do. And just let's begin by greeting our hearts this morning. There's nothing we have to do here. The posture does everything. And just let your hands down whenever you're ready. And now let's just say good morning to our breath. Good day to our breath. Good evening to our breath, wherever we are. And just notice, what's your breath like today? What are your lungs like today? What comes up when you breathe now? Can you just allow your breath to be the way it is while you notice it? Or do you sort of spontaneously want to fix it? For right now, just observe the breath. However deep we breathe, however full we breathe, how full or shallow our exhale is, it doesn't matter. This is a practice of accepting and allowing, unconditionally loving the breath just the way it is. Just the way it is in all its magnificence. We think we want to change it or tweak it or this or that, but just take stock of the enormity of what your breath has done for you. For the most part, totally unconscious of it. Just how enormous this gift is to you. All without your tweaking it. And there's a time to tweak it. We'll get there in a second. But for right now, what's your experience with your breath today? And now let's move on into shifting the breath. Where we just take the breath the way it is, and we move to a full exhale and a full inhale. We become consciously in control of our breath. Full exhale means bring the abdominal muscles all the way back toward the spine. And as we release, spontaneously our breath fills up with a beautiful full inhale. And just keep that up for a few minutes. And what do you notice from this practice? And before we move into our complete heart rhythm meditation, let's just invoke the presence of the great teachers that have brought us to where we are. whatever your tradition, whatever your background. Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony, beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the one heart, the spirit of guidance. May we walk through this day guided and directed by the presence of the illuminated souls who send before us a wave of love, opening doors and softening hearts. And everywhere we go, we allow ourselves to be greeted with love, to greet everyone with love. And let's begin our traditional heart rhythm meditation, where we connect the rhythm of our breath with the rhythm of our heartbeat. For most of us, that's 8 heartbeats on the inhale, 8 heartbeats on the exhale. But it could be 6 or 10, even 4, depending on your health. Whatever it is, what we want is the inhale to be equal to the exhale. The receiving to be equal to the giving. That in this creation we give fully and we receive fully. And just notice your experience after doing this for a few minutes. Is it okay with us if we allow this rhythm to become a natural habit? That our inhales become equal to our exhales. That our alignment with these basic rhythms remains steady and constant. And we move into alignment with the rhythm of nature. So far this week, we've worked with the earth element breath, which is inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our noses. To the water breath, where we inhaled through our nose and exhaled through our slightly open lips, pulling the energy down, flowing. Then to the fire breath, where we inhaled into our solar plexus through our slightly open lips, held it, let the light rise, exhaled through our nostrils. And then we went to the air breath, inhaling in through our mouth and exhaling through our slightly open mouth. So what could there possibly be for a fifth pattern? And the answer lies in the idea that I expressed earlier, that in fact, the earth element was created first, and then the air, the fire, and then the water, and then the earth. Excuse me, the ether element was created first. And that holds the other four elements. They all exist in the space of the ether element. Because of that, the ether breath consists of inhaling through both our slightly opened lips and mouth at the same time, and then exhaling at the same time through our slightly opened lips and our nostrils. This holds all four breathing patterns within it. Now, this may be sort of new to some of you. That's okay. All we do is we practice and we explore with it. What I want you to do, if you're not quite getting it, is focus on either the nostrils or the breath through the lips. Get that down and then just sort of add in the other one. And just start to discover that it's quite possible and actually quite soothing, quieting. And if you've lost your count while you're doing this, don't worry about it. Just bring the count back in with your heartbeat as this breath becomes more automatic. And just keep practicing this breath for a little bit here. You definitely want to be in touch with your heartbeat. This breath, by definition, can lead to spaciness. If we connect to the heartbeat, that's never a problem. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Hazrat Nag Khan says that the essence of spirituality is to etherealize, to fill with ether every part of our body, our cells, our bones, our hearts, our minds. It gives us this breath a great opportunity to go very deep spiritually. So where I want to take this is just like last Friday we did the square breath. Now I'm going to invite you to do the square breath with the ether breath. So that means we inhale to the count, could be either 6 or 8 heartbeats. We hold for twice that long, 12 to 16, and then we exhale for 6 to 8 heartbeats. All the while using the ether breath. So I'll walk us through this pattern once. I think everybody knows it, but it never hurts to take everyone through it again. I'll use a count of 6. You're free to ignore me and do your own pace if you wish. So using this ether breath, inhaling through both the nose and mouth simultaneously and exhaling the same simultaneously. Just fun. So first, let's go to a full exhale on it. And then inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you just repeat that. So let's do this for 3 or 4 minutes by ourselves. And one clue to remember is you don't want to fill up more than 75 or 80% capacity, as that makes it hard to hold your breath. Do one last round of this. And just notice your experience. What's the texture of your awareness? The texture of your energy field right now? Whatever it is perfect. And if you're finding it difficult to do this breath, don't worry about it. Do the air breath. It'll be fine. And let it just creep in until it becomes an easy breath to do. Just knowing that it's there opens up the possibility of it showing up. So now, continuing with the ether breath, let's just do the directed breath, the heart breath, breathing the energy into our hearts. The air goes in through our nose and just in and out like that for a few times here. Just to get that clarity of how easy that is established. And if you remember yesterday, we inhaled in through the throat down into the heart, then exhaled back out the same pattern for the air breath. This throat is a very sacred center in our bodies. Very, very sacred. And I want to play with this from the backward direction now, with the ether breath. Inhaling from behind into the medulla oblongata and then down into our hearts. Medulla oblongata is a soft point at the base of the skull. It's a great opening. It's been called the mouth of God by some mystics. So just inhale from the back, pull that directed energy into the medulla oblongata, then down to the heart, filling the heart up, and then exhaling. Energy goes up to the throat and then out towards the back. I have read that the yogis of India breathe in and out through this point in the early morning when they're up in their caves in the Himalayas as a way of providing their sustenance, their food, so they do not have to eat. Just what I've read. But here we're looking for spiritual sustenance. Inhaling into the medulla oblongata, down into the heart. Exhaling back out the same direction you came in. And let's just thank that part of our body for being so open. And now we're going to just expand our energetic bodies. Done this before, but there's going to be a twist at the end of this, a fun twist. So just inhale, fill up the heart, and exhale, still doing the ether breath, expand out your energetic body. Some of you might be able to get just a few inches. Some of you will go out freely, way far out. Whatever's right for you. I'm going to invite you to use the power of your imagination to begin to notice as you do this expansion that really what you're doing is noticing your energetic body is already there. And all that's happening is we are becoming more and more aware of the vastness of our energetic body. How our energetic body permeates all of creation. And it is our great opportunity to begin to notice this more and more until we begin to realize that we can't go anywhere in this universe without finding that our energetic body is already there. So we inhale to the count of 8. Exhale and expand out some more. Or as I say, just notice some more that you're out there. Just keep this process up. And to the degree that you can follow, great. If not, just as far as you can go. But I invite you to notice your energetic body already permeates the room that you're in. Freely and easily. That who we are these vast energetic beings. And then just see, maybe in your imagination, see if you can't notice that your energetic body fills up the city or town or county that you're in. It's just a sense of it out there. It's not really physical. It's just a recognition that there's something there. And now take it out to your state or province or your country, if it's depending on, well, we'll go to the country next. And just breathe in and out and allowing your energetic footprint to be recognized throughout the boundaries of your state or province. And inhale again. Exhale to the boundaries of your country. Just get a sense of it. How the boundaries of your country, there's an energetic wall there, so to speak. It's perfect. It's permeable, but it's distinct. It's composed of energetic sense of all the citizens of that country. Now let's just go ahead and fill out either your continent or the entire planet. Let's do the planet. Is it okay with us if we recognize that of a necessity, our energy impacts the planet. Maybe very faint. You know, we're one of 8 billion energy patterns on this planet, plus the animals and plants. So all this is an exercise in being a little bit more subtle and noticing what's there. And again, it's okay to imagine it. What happens is you start to imagine and then you start to sense it. You go, oh, there is something there. Perfectly okay. And now let's just, for the fun of it, expand out to fill the solar system, the sun, the moon, the planets, the asteroid belt. Inhale and just expand out. In the same way that we have an impact, an energetic touch to the entire planet, it has to be there for the solar system as well. Now let's go even further. Pull up a picture of the Milky Way, this spiraling disk of stars, this beautiful galaxy. I think we're about a third of the way in, 2/3 out from the center as a planet. Would it be okay with us if we again expand and claim, or this is just claiming, recognizing that as citizens of this galaxy, we are expansive in filling the galaxy. Just check it out. See how far out. Stars way, way out there, light years away. Can you get the faint sense of affinity, of connectedness with them? Let's go on to the galactic clusters. And just go on to the far boundaries of creation. Could you allow yourself to be a vast universal energetic being connected to every part of creation? And notice how spacious you are. That vastness, that spaciousness. And notice the sense of spiraling motion that is held inside of the vastness of space. And check to see what color you experience here. My experience is, and it's just what I've seen, I've never even heard this from Prawn or Susanna, is a deep, deep, dark purple. Almost black, but not black. Find out for yourself what you experience. Now, here's the interesting twist that I want you to explore. This vast, vast, vast self that we are, with our heart, the center point of our vast energetic body. What I want you to do is compare this to the sense of the internal dimension of your heart. And in fact, let's just allow the internal dimension of our heart to open up, just like we did last week. Down there somewhere between the heart, the solar plexus, and this vicinity, with this vastness outside of us, can we allow that vastness inside of us? And what's your experience? Is it the same? Is it different? You may be familiar with that story in the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna wants to see desperately the true nature of Krishna. Krishna opens his mouth and all these galaxies are in there. Stars, the sun, the moon. Vastness within and vast without. Vastness without. Is it okay with us if we allow this vastness to be our own inner nature? Could we allow ourselves to be as spacious as all creation, as spacious as the vast internal space within us? And from this great spaciousness, this great vastness, would it be okay with you if you took a look at your body and allowed your body to become porous, fluid, every cell filled with space, every cell a galaxy unto itself? And would it be okay with us, by this alignment of space within with the space without, that our bodies move in the direction of perfect health? That our emotional, energetic body becomes aligned with the energetic body of creation. Just as the galaxies and the stars and the planets all move in their perfectly ordered state, could we allow that same sort of flow within our bodies, allowing perfect balance, perfect health? Could we allow the tendencies of our mind to align with this divine flow of creation? And could we allow ourselves to be that radiating force that the rest of humanity aligns with? We might turn this planet into a garden of love, harmony, and beauty. Do you know how when you have a magnet, there are all these iron filings around it that will just come and align perfectly with the magnetic rays? That's the image I have for us here. As we align with the rhythm and the rotating nature of creation, that smooth, orderly flow of every part of the macro scale of life, that all around us, spontaneously, people become more aligned with the rhythm of life. So just take a moment and just notice your experience. How spacious are you? How quiet are you? How present are you? And do you notice the overflowing quality of your heart? Is it okay with us if love just pours out of our heart like it's a fountain? Nothing that we have to do, is just the spontaneous order of nature. And washes through our body before it leaves, creating health and perfection in the body. Then it goes out and spreads. Just check to see, is that okay with you? To have an overflowing heart filled with the universe's love. As we become the universe's love can pour through us. And perhaps pull up something in your life that's been a challenge or a trouble. Could be a health situation, or it could be work or family or friends or whatever, career, financial. And is it okay with you if you look at it doing the ether breath and just allow the glory of spaciousness to fill it up? Allow this tiny thing to become vast and pure. Filling it up with space. Space. And how does it look? Less manageable or more manageable? Is it okay for you to address it with wholeness? Wholeness is another word for vastness. Look at it through the eyes of wholeness and offer it to all of creation. It's coming back clearly into our hearts. Allowing our hearts to be filled with gratitude. No matter how fully we could expand, very full, not so full, it doesn't matter. It's all just the direction. We're just experimenting and playing. And can you check internally the condition of your heart? Check your feet on the floor. You're solidly grounded to the earth. And in fact, perhaps breathe down into the earth with that favorite earth breath and bring it back up. Go back down with it. Take your time and slowly come out of meditation.